organization. And this is probably an area that marketers don't focus enough time. I know it's an area that they don't focus enough time on, but they don't know that they need to focus on it, which is internal marketing. It's the education of the rest of the organization about what marketing really is, and how it actually functions. And the most important thing that we can do is keeping the data clean that we have within our system of record. That data is going to evolve. That person's going to leave that organization. They're going to get a new job. They're going to hop around to different organizations. It totally goes against the mentality of buying lead lists and acquiring net new data, which all marketers are so hell-bent on still, even these days. You have to change that perception that, hey, we already have the data in our CRM that we need. We just need a way to constantly keep it up to date, hygiene. And that falls on everyone. Like sales has to be a steward of that process. Customer success has to be a steward. Marketing, obviously, and we can use those automated things that we love. We can buy data. We can create hygiene rules, making sure that we don't have big gaps in it. Like if we run a territory sales process and it's based on state, and we don't have state for like 50% of our records, like how are we effectively selling to those records? It's really simple things like that, getting all the way into the very complex of, as I change roles within an organization, my mentality changes, my buying authority changes, what I need changes. Like that's really complex stuff to translate into data and to steward. We need to tackle the easy stuff first. Just, get over the drug of data acquisition and get into the drug of data stewardship as one of the primary functions of marketing, first and foremost. And then we can get into those more complex, like, who am I as a person? What is my true persona? But first we have to plug some of the really big gaps that exist out there.
Who is my true persona as marketer, as sales professional, or who is my persona as buyer?
Yeah, as a buyer. Yeah, what are those buyer personas, as we as marketers love to say, like, are much more complex than we even give them credit for, right? Like my buying persona is not a CEO. Like I'm a person. I make decisions much differently than probably a lot of other CEOs do. That goes for everyone out there. Like we're an individual, and to be effective as marketers, we have to form those stereotypes. But we're stereotyping solely around role right now, largely as we create personas. Mm-hmm. We need to move into more of that psychographic, that behavioral, moving past just I'm more than the role I play in my organization when I walk into work every day. Like I care about certain things. Like an organization of our size, like if you were selling to me, another example of us, right? Like if you're selling to me as the CEO of a relatively small organization, we're under 50 employees, like you would never, ever think that I have as much technology as I have in this business. Like I've got $1 billion tech stack in here because I have to keep our folks on the cutting edge of technology to be able to consult around it. But if you were simply saying, oh, that's, look at the firmographic, it's a, business under 10 million, staff under 50, CEO, what's he going to care about? He's just going to care about, profitability in the business and managing to the bank balance. Like that's not how we run this business. And so you have to take into account who the person is, and there is a persona of folks that want automation and systematized process, and they want to focus on growth, even though they're in a smaller business. And so that's the much better message to put in front of me in terms of my persona, and that absolutely applies to how we think about the modern day buyer.
So are you saying that even